Since the very beginning of our journey as a church family, what's clear to me is that we serve a big God who loves to do great things for people. You know, the scriptures tell us that God is able to do more than we could ever ask or think according to His power that works in us. So in other words, there are no limits to what God can do for us and through us as we trust Him in faith.
Whenever I first came to this church, I just felt really welcomed into what it had to offer to me, and then I immediately wanted to offer something back to that.
Our young teenagers, they've been able to serve and have been empowered to know that they also have gifts within them. And I think Faith Family has given them that chance to be able to get involved and reach people even where they're at in their stage of life.
It is where we can come together and corporately just worship and know that it's all well worth it because we're all there for a common purpose, and that's just to love God and to love others.
Now the Lord is placing an exciting opportunity before us to impact more lives with the love and the grace of Jesus more than ever before through our own facility, a place to call home.
One of the greatest things about Faith Family Church is that it's not just going to stay in one place. It's got somewhere to go, and it has a vision that backs that up, and that is something that I can be a part of.
I want you to imagine with us a facility that's free from the limitations of portable church, a permanent home where our creativity and our service times are unlimited.
From seeing it start with a small group that was sitting in our living room at one point in time to getting to the point where we now own 28 acres on one of the major thoroughfares through town, and just knowing the plans that God has for us and hopefully see the best of our community.
I feel like what the mission is for our community is for us to work together, to be a place where we can comfort those that are hurting and we can help people to grow in their spiritual walk.
We know where we're going on Sunday morning. We go to church, we leave church with the Word, we take it throughout the week, we use it in our daily lives.
It is with a firm commitment and total reliance on God that we step forward to meet the needs of the future. And each person who calls Faith Family Church home is being asked to prayerfully consider their role in touching our region through this step of faith.
What's really cool is our kids are going to grow up in an environment where they're part of something that's bigger than themselves, and Elizabeth and I are part of something that's bigger than ourselves. And when you sit back and think of it, you're like, man, what would my life be like without this? Well, I don't really know if I want to know, because we love where we're at and we love what's going on there.
Seeing lives changed, seeing people's, their hearts changed for sure, but not just their heart, their whole life. They live totally different than what they did 6 months ago because of what Jesus has done in their life. And Faith Family was the one who introduced them to Him. And that, to me, you can't put a price tag on it. It's just absolutely immeasurable.
It's not hard to look ahead and see all that He's done, behind you. And here we are in this place where our church is growing and more families are coming and being a part of it. And God's blessed us with this awesome piece of land. And you kind of look at that and you say, man, there's no other way that would happen if it wasn't for God. And it makes you really excited to think about what could happen in the future.
Would you pray about giving a sacrificial gift over and above your regular tithes and offerings? If you're not a consistent giver, would you pray about becoming one? We are confident that God will honor your commitment because He is a faithful God. You see, No Limits is about building a legacy for our families, our communities, and our world. No Limits will be a journey of faith that we will take together. This vision is beyond what seems attainable, but we believe that with God, all things are possible.